Hello, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Peace and blessings upon you all. Happy Ramadan from everybody at AddiBiotics, and welcome back to another Biotics Lectures. So today we're going to be talking about which was a crucial time during Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's life, which was torture to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the first migration to Abyssinia. In this stage of the Prophet, peace be upon him's life and mission, the early Muslims faced intense persecution in Mecca. The Qurayshi, resistant to the message of Islam, continued escalating their opposition, and this eventually led to the first migration, hijrah, to what is called Abyssinia, which is modern present-day Ethiopia, a critical event in Islamic history. Number 1. Intensifying persecution of Muslims. As Islam spread through Makkah, many of the weak and social vulnerable early believers suffered severe abuse from the Qurayshi. Those who had no tribal protection, such as slaves and low-status converts, were targeted first with physical torture, beating, starvation, humiliation. Some of these companions were stronger in status, endured this persecution from their own families. What we're going to be talking about is how it illustrated enriched social power and structures that can react violently when challenged by the messenger, a message of truth. Number 2. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and emotional hardship. While the Prophet, peace be upon him, was protected by his status in Quraysh to some extent, he also faced emotional pain and ridicule at the hands of his people. They slandered him, called him a liar, spread false accusations, attempted to dissuade him from continuing his mission. That means, this phase highlights two important truths. Prophet, peace be upon him, endured emotional hardship while remaining steadfast, and patience and perseverance were essential qualities in the early days of Islam. Number 3. Choosing a place of refuge, Abyssinia. Recognizing that the levels of persecution was too great for his followers to bear in Makkah, the Prophet, peace be upon him, proposed an important plan. Migration to Abyssinia, a Christian kingdom then ruled by just a king, often referred to as a Negus, which was King Nagarashi in Islamic sources. Abyssinia was selected because of its reputation for justice, religious tolerance, offering a safe haven far from the Qurayshi hostility. This migration was not just a retreat, but a strategic move to preserve the early Muslim community and allow people to worship freely without the fear of torture. Number 4. The first migration, hijrah. 15 Muslims, 1-5, including men and women, embarked on this journey, making them the first Muslims to migrate to seek refuge outside Arabia for their sake of their faith. This event has deep significance. It showed that Islam was not to be confined to geographic borders. It emphasized that physical safety and spiritual perseverance are both important in preserving faith. It set a precedent for later migrations, including the famous migration to Medina years later. And number 5. The lessons from this period. This phase of the Prophet, peace be upon his mission, teaches us several timeless lessons. A. Faith is tested through hardship. True conviction is proven not in comfort, but when believers stand firm despite abuse and pressure. B. Strategy matters. The move to Abyssinia shows that believers should seek wisdom and safety while continuing to uphold the message of truth. And C. Community preservation. Sometimes preserving the ummah, the community, requires steps to protect life and ensure continued spiritual growth. So in conclusion, before moving to reflective thoughts, this period of torture and the first migration to Abyssinia represents both the challenges and resilience of the early Muslim community. As persecution grew, the Prophet, peace be upon him, guided his followers to seek refuge while still trusting in Allah's plans. This phase illustrates that standing for truth and often comes with struggle, but it also opens the door to new beginnings and protection from harm. Now, time for reflective thoughts. When it's time to move off to somewhere else where you're going to be bettering yourself, you are going to come across people who are going to stop you, who are going to say, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like that, stay here, due to, quote, safety, unquote, due to, the safety of home. No, you need to go out and see what the world has to offer. So he left, the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that what you know on everyday life, sometimes you do need to get away from it to see what the rest of the world can offer you. So he left from Arabia to go to what's now modern day Ethiopia to see what can be offered to him and what can be done for him as well. And it worked for him, because if he hadn't gone, he wouldn't be spreading Islam where it is today. The message, his mission, nothing got in the way of his mission. But however, he never stooped to people's levels, regardless of insults, regardless of emotional torture, mental torture. It happens to the best of us. However, he did not stoop down to people's levels, and that's the lesson we should take with us every single day. Regardless of what people are saying to you, they are just looking for trouble, and the best thing to do about trouble is just to walk away from it, period. So we hope you liked today's lesson. Hope everything is going well for Ramadan. You all know the drill. Click subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next lecture. And again, from everybody at AddiBiotics, happy Ramadan, all the best, and God bless.